Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ghosts of Alexandria. I'm your host, Alexander, and today we're gonna kick off the channel with a bang. I know I have some content. My other content accumulated is it's about 4 minutes long, so yeah. And I also have some live streams, but today we're gonna get in some of the juicy stuff, some of the top keck, right? So let's start with a new series that I'm going to call Corporate Pandering and Virtue Signaling. Now, of course, we're going to go from the top bottom because, of course, this is top keck. We're going to start with the one and only, the inclusive and diverse Apple. Okay, guys? I just, honestly, this is just a quick video. I thought it would be hilarious to see to just read and try to interpret these graphs that these pandering morons are making. Now, let's get into the spiel. And I know I'm kind of hypocritical because I am using a Mac. I'm not saying they don't make good products. I'm just saying as soon as Apple dips their toe, or any tech company, any company for that matter. Again, we're starting from the top down, right? As soon as any company starts tiptoeing in politics, it just gets so cancerous, so positively cancerous. So let's begin, okay? The most innovative company must also be the most diverse. Oh, this is great. The most diverse. Wow, grand. This is so grand. This is just so good. Okay, so the most innovative company must also be the most diverse. Wrong. You don't have to be the most diverse. You can just be uh I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, I would assume if I had a company with a net worth of $750 billion, actually I think it's 800 billion now. If I'm being honest with you. So if I had a company with $800 billion, I don't think I'd care about diversity that much. I think I'd just care about people who are most qualified with the job. So let's read here. At Apple, we take a holistic view of diversity that looks beyond the usual measurements. What does that mean? A view that includes the varied perspectives of our employees as well as app developers, suppliers, and anyone who aspires to a future in tech. Absolutely, a varied perspectives of some suppliers. Some suppliers believe in basic human rights. Other suppliers believe in slave labor. Some suppliers don't need suicide nets. Other suppliers need a few suicide nets. That's all I'm saying. Varied perspectives here at Apple. Oh my God. Okay, because we know new ideas come from diverse ways of seeing things. I'm sorry I can't get Foxconn out of my head. The suicide nets. It perfectly wraps up this idiocy. Okay, great. You're all for varied perspectives. Okay, and it shows these great. I don't know who this woman is. I really don't know. Divya. I'm not good at pronouncing anything that's other than English and Spanish. I apologize. I'm just not culturally open enough. Yeah, absolutely. Let's just so they basically just talk about these people, and it's just it's great, and they also talk about products, right? So let's talk about Divya. What are her achievements over here? Let's see. The powerful technology millions of people always have with them. Wow, that's not a. that's not a. That's not a bone being thrown. That's not a pat on the back for the iPhone, guys. I mean, we could have just talked about her achievements, but no, we just thought we'd put these lines right here. We put the powerful technology millions of people always have with them. Yay! Okay, let's go down. So there's a couple people, right, and they have their stories, right? They're great. Everyone has their story. Everyone, so many races, so many races. It's just a beautiful mix of color and gender. Wow, it's fantastic. Like it's not like binary doesn't give two shits about color and gender. It's not like learning coding has anything to do with that. No, 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 not a bit. But let's keep going. Let's keep going because honestly, I think this is hilarious. Okay, so let's go down. Right, everyone has their thing. Right. Uh, this woman says, Denise Young Smith, the vice president of Worldwide Human Resources. Okay. Diversity is more than any one gender, race, or ethnicity. It's richly representative of all people, all backgrounds, and all perspectives, unless you don't agree with us. It is the entire human experience. Now, this sounds great. Like, this, honestly, like, I make fun of it, but this is kind of a vague enough, just a piece of gibberish. This is just vague enough to really not really have to look into it that much. Not really have to read in between the lines. But let's go down, okay? Because it gets infinitely worse. I'm sorry. Excuse me. We want Apple to be a reflection of the world. Oh, look at that! Some colors. Oh, the kiddies are gonna love colors. We want Apple to be a reflection of the world around us. These numbers show our progress, and represent our ongoing commitment to greater inclusion and diversity. Why do you care? Just get the best people for the job. Why are you pandering? Why are you virtue signaling? Like, I don't. You know what? I needed like a 30-minute rant on Apple. Apple is just, this thing is just going to be real quick. Right, but there's so much hypocrisy in this company. It blows my mind. So let's go down. Representation among new hires. We strive to better represent the communities we're a part of. We believe this will help break down historical barriers in tech. Historical barriers. What does that even mean? Does it mean that men have more tech jobs than women? Is that a barrier? Or is it just women not choosing to go into tech fields? I'm so confused by this. What? Okay, we got global female. Now, we're not showing global male because men are evil. But a global female, and I guess it's only the oppressed that they care about. Global female and U.S. underrepresented minorities, or URMs, asterisks. What? Hold on. You came up with an acronym for minorities? Why? Okay, so 37% of new hires were female. Okay, that's like 40%. That's kind of a lot for tech. You know what? Well, I'm not gonna complain. Whatever. You hire what you want to hire. Okay, 27% new hires, 32% current employees, 22% current employees. Okay, so I don't care. I just don't care. Let's move on. This is not. Let's see. Let's see right here. Underrepresented minorities are groups whose representation in tech has been historically low. Choices. Okay. Black, Hispanic, Native American, Native Hawaiian, and other Pacific Islander. Other Pacific Islander? You mean Islanders? With an S? Other Pacific Islander. Okay. New height. It's like there's only one. There's only one person that's an other Pacific Islander. Just Jimmy Bob. It's just Jimmy Bob over here. He's the other Pacific Islander. Okay. New hires are employees hired within the past 12 months. Data as of June 2016. Okay, great. Our hiring trend over the past 3 years. We're steadily attracting more and more underrepresented talent. Underrepresented talent. What does that even mean? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You know what? I'm gonna have to lower that audio right there. I'm sorry. Just sometimes this just really pisses me off because it's just dumb. It's just, why are you saying this? Like, who cares? You're a tech company. Make iPhones. Oh wow, that white tower, those twin towers of Whitey, they sure look pretty tall. Okay, let's see. And this is one of my favorite parts, right? 54% percentage of new hires in the United States who are minorities. You mean minorities in the United States, okay? They're not minorities universally. See, when you put United States there, then you have to, you're gonna have to kind of like, you're gonna have to clarify minorities of the United States, right? Like I know if it says percentage of new hires in the United States who are minorities, right? You still have to classify. You still have to classify. You still have to clarify that minorities of the United States in the United States are minorities. Okay. Anyway, that's not that bad. That's not a big deal, right? So we have Asian right here, 24, 19%. We have Black right here, okay, Hispanic, multiracial, other. Okay, white. Okay, great. Let's look at it. You know, I know for a fact that 13 that blacks make 13% of the population, right? So I mean, their new hires are representative of their actual statistical probability to be in the U.S. population. Okay, great. 13%. Right here. This is what this one. Okay. This is too juicy. I got to scroll up a little bit. Other includes Native American, Native Hawaiian, and other Pacific Islander. There you go again. You just say Pacific Islander. Is that how you're supposed to say it? Look, I don't know. I could be totally ignorant. I could just be a filthy bigot, when it comes to this. But I would assume that Pacific Islander is supposed to be specific. Is supposed to be Pacific Islanders with an S, maybe. But I love this here, right? It says other includes, like they couldn't match them in their precious chart. They only had 6 spaces right here. They couldn't match it. Other includes Native American, Native Hawaii. The Native Americans have been considered the others for many generations. Like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Just make their own category. Like, why would you put 3 races in others? Right? Like, I understand other, like, indigenous groups, right? Just other really small groups. And I get it's 1%. It still seems kind of weird. It still seems kind of odd that you just classify it in other. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too picky. Maybe I'm just being too perfectionist here. Okay. But here I'm absolutely sure I'm right. Okay. Are you ready for pandering? Are you ready for some virtue signaling over here? Well, you're about to get it. Oh boy. Okay. Pay equity at Apple. I love this beautiful graphic they have here. $1. It looks like S1, but $1 with a little precious orange circle around it. Very nice. Okay, pay equity at Apple. Equal work deserves equal pay. That's not equity, but okay, sure. This past year, we looked at the, move that there. We looked at the total compensation for U.S. employees and closed the gaps we found. We're now analyzing salaries, bonuses, and annual stock grants of our employees worldwide. As one does, as I guess y'all didn't do it before, but now you're doing it. That's great. If a gap exists, we'll address it, and we'll continue our work to make sure we maintain pay equity. You say pay equity, and then you say, like, equality over here, right? You say, like, equal work deserves equal pay. Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. Okay, and then we have, oh god, and then let me zoom in a little bit, right? right here. No. Let's go down. We've achieved pay equity in the United States for similar roles and performances. Similar roles and performance. How similar are these roles and how similar is the performance? Because I would really like to know that, to be honest. Women earn $1 for every dollar male employees earn. As if that was a question. Here at Apple, we don't murder children. That would be illegal. Here at Apple, we pay women the same as men for equal work. What? Because otherwise, that would be illegal. Since 1960s. Since the 1960s. Oh my god, let me just take a sip of water. Oh, delicious. Okay. And underrepresented minorities earn $1 for every dollar white employees earn. Why? Why are you doing a comparison? Why don't you say, look, Apple, let me make your speech a little bit less pandering and virtue signaling. Now, let me just a little bit less. Hold on. So what you would write is we've achieved pay equity in the United States for similar roles and performance, right? It should be we achieved pay equity in the United States for equal roles and performance, regardless of gender or ethnicity. You don't have to say white. You don't have to compare the other versus white. You don't have to compare minorities versus white. They're all many different races, many different backgrounds. I mean, white is not just like one class of citizen, but okay, sure. And women, comparing women to men, I don't know why this is a thing because it's been illegal since the 1960s. I say the 1960s because I don't quite remember if it was 62 or 63. But yeah, 1960s. Okay, let's move back. Right here, right here. Oh, this is great. What's happening here? Okay, there we go. Creating a culture of inclusion. We see diversity as everything that makes an employee who they are. Really? Like you're gonna categorize employees by like disability, religious belief, and sexual orientation? That doesn't make a person who they are. Those are just characteristics. What about experience? What about struggle? What about their lives? What about their stories? What about their thoughts and dreams and imaginations, works of art? What about creation? You fucking hypocrites. We see diversity as everything that makes it employee. I love how they like. Okay, we foster a diverse culture that's inclusive of disability, religious belief, sexual orientation, and service to country. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. I don't, I don't care if Joe is gay if we're both filing paperwork. Like it does. What does that have to do with anything? We want all employees to be comfortable bringing their entire selves to work every day because we believe our individual backgrounds, perspectives, and passions help us create the ideas that move all of us forward. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now this is more like this is more of what make people who they are, individual backgrounds, perspectives, and passions, right? None of this has to do with disability, religious belief, or sexual orientation, or service to country for that matter. But those who serve for their country, there's a specific honor in them. I can agree with that. But let's move down. Okay, let's zoom in even further. Let's go deeper into the inception. Creating an inclusive culture takes both commitment and action. Oh no. Oh no, you said action? Oh, what's going to be next? What's going to be next? I say this like I already know. I already briefly remember reading this and it's all cringy as shit. Okay. We're welcome we're helping employees identify and address unconscious racial and gender bias. What does that mean? First, how do you identify unconscious racial and gender bias? How do you identify that? Is it what seems like it'd be racial or gender bias? Like, is it just based off of feelings? Is it substantial? Is there a jury of your peers that can decide is this actually unconscious racial, or is it just one person going against another person? Is that how it is? Great. Okay. So identify is one thing. Identify cringy enough, right? But address. What does the dressing do? Does someone go into like the indoctrination camps if they accidentally do something that may seem relatively of racial or gender bias? Unconscious. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. Why are you doing this at Apple? You make tech products. You make cloud sharing services. You have music services. Look, I have a set of AirPods, which is Apple's latest catastrophe, as far as shipping goes. And I went in a few days ago because they just total failure, right? And I asked them, they don't have a shipment in, right? I have to wait. I have to order a shipment, which has never happened to me with a defective product before, except the cancerous launch of the AirPods, right? And it just makes me think, why are you focused on unconscious racial and gender bias in the workplace? Unconscious. I'm not talking about blatant racism or sexism. I'm talking about unconscious racial and gender bias. Why are you focused on that and not producing your own products? You pieces of shit. We're cultivating diverse leadership and tech talent. Okay, that's great. Fantastic. We're continuing our advocacy for LGBTQ equality. I don't. What is Q? Q means queer. Do you know what queer means? Queer means abnormal. Queer means different. What? Why do you use the Q? Just do LGBT plus. Why does it have to be so many letters? Okay. Equality. Investing in resources for veterans and service members and their families. And exploring new ways to support employees with disability. Look, as a company, this is like a cult. Invest in resources for veterans, like that's an honorable thing, right? So is the LGBTQ equality. I don't know why sexual orientation or any of this has anything to do with doing your damn job. I don't know, but apparently it's completely like, if I'm gay, I can't file paper the same way the straight man does. Oh, okay. So right here, we're almost done. I'm sorry, this is taking a long time. Let's see. Exploring new with disabilities, right? We got some ramps. We got some hearing aids. We got all the gadgets except our AirPods, which we promised our customers. No, not a bit. We're also strengthening our common bonds through on-campus groups, events, and programs. Okay? Fantastic. Absolutely. Our diversity network associations, DNAs. Wow. Wow. Well, I feel like network was completely unnecessary. It should just be diversity association. It shouldn't even be there. It shouldn't even exist. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going down. Let me zoom out. Okay, there we go. Our diversity networks have existed for decades. These are groups where employees can make connections that create trust and a feeling of belonging. So, like cults, like miniature little tribalistic groups based off of things that have nothing to do with your job. Really, really. Okay, where everyone can find a community and feel supported by our cult. Now, I thought this was fantastic, and honestly, I think this is some of the funniest shit on here. Okay, right here we got three completely diverse women. They're totally not three women of color. They're not women of three women of color, totally diverse. They don't have almost like. You know what's weird? I'm looking on this spectrum, right? And it's like the skin is getting darker and darker. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it'd be interesting to find out, right? Grand. Okay, so let's zoom in over here, right? So we have the African American Employee Association. Okay, it's kind of a long name. Sure. Agnostic Community at Apple. Why? Why do this on your own time? You're here to fucking work. Oh my God. Or we don't know if there's a God. Who knows? And here's what really gets me. Here's what really kicked me in the balls. Okay? Amigos at Apple. God damn, my computers. Shitty products everywhere you go with Apple. Okay. Amigos at Apple. I want you to absorb that, because amigos is friends at Apple, right? But it's in Spanish. Now, do you see any other thing that's in a different language other than English? Right? It's not the Apple Jewish Association written in Hebrew. It's not Apple Muslim Association written in Arabic. The Veterans Association, written in military time. It's not Pride at Apple or Women at Apple, written in just different, like, I don't know. It's like it's only amigos. It's only the Hispanic community that has to be mocked with their language. Look at that, amigos at Apple. I don't know who created this, but the fact that it's the only thing on here that is not in English is something that's kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Why not the Apple Hispanic Association? Why not? I don't know. I don't know. But we got a totally diverse group of women right here. So totally diverse, completely. They're not the same race. I mean, they're not really the same race, but that's a whole nother video, right? We're gonna talk about how race that isn't really a thing. No, let's keep going down. Oh, I know that's triggering. Apple Union Square. Okay, so we got more statistics, right? We got some statistics. Look at this. Overall, we got a 32% female and 68% male. Still a major majority in male, almost a 60 to 30%, 60 to 30 ratio, or sorry, 70 to 30 ratio. My apologies. Math is totally not my strong suit. Not being sarcastic at all. But then we click tech, and you see that that ratio gets way smaller right there. You got almost like a 75 to 25 degree difference. 77% to 23%. I wonder why that is. It should totally be 50-50, Apple. Come on. Be with the times. It should be 51% female, 49% male. Oh my god. You're so great. Oh, great. Okay. This is I don't know. I don't know what I'm reading. This is just all cancerous. Why is this even a thing? Just hire people based off of qualification. Why do you care? You know why you care? Because it's popular to care about diversity right now. It's popular to care. Diversity is a strength. Race, who cares about the race? You shouldn't care. You shouldn't care. This is a non-issue. Why is a whole page? Someone had to design, code, and build this page from scratch, or relatively from scratch. Knowing that it's the Apple website and not your average, blogger, cookbook maker, over here. Not your average car dealer, just throwing together a website from like Wix or GoDaddy or something like that. They have to code from HTML5, starting from scratch. And they built this website with all their precious graphs and stuff, and it's all completely useless information. Who cares if there's less black workers at Apple than represented in the population? It's almost like individuals think differently, make different choices and stuff like that. It's almost like that, but just not quite for Apple. Oh. Okay, anyway, guys, this was my spiel. This was my rant. I'm really, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think this whole rant was completely cancerous? Just let me know. And more content coming soon. Again, thanks a lot. Talk to you later.